Hello and welcome to Diary of a Content Creator. This is going to be my stream of consciousness input, just talking about my experience as a content creator. So today I begin talking about playlists. Recently I've been recording playlists that I've had sitting in my archives for a while now. Playlists that normally seem like they're made of disparate elements, except when I am afforded the opportunity to sit down and finally put them through OBS, I can see them a different light. It's interesting in that way, where my curation, and my identity as a consumer come full circle in the creation process. So I'm sitting here just making an attempt to actually produce content. It's super hard to do that at scale, actually. I don't know if you've ever been a content creator or transitioned from a various identity. Like sometimes when we're talking about creators can create for forever. But then when somebody says, hey, can you sit down with this 3-hour podcast and just watch it? They're like, ayo, what? Or just to do that habitually. Or, hey, find some topic that you're interested in and just start curating. Just start adding videos to playlists and try to be able to tell a meaningful story based on the videos that have been included. It's like to step outside of these different roles takes so much, and it eats into you. Now, this is Diary of a Content Creator, so I don't feel as compelled to give a high fidelity state capture. Like, if this was Diary of a Content Consumer, I would be like, yo, what am I consuming right now? Oh, I'm consuming elements of the Los Angeles protests. This is June the 9th. So what's going on there? So I would try to splice in my consume digest, elements that I'm participating in, things that mean something to me. As a curator, I would talk about ASAP 15.3. That's the ASAP playlist for June in Q2 2025. It's crazy because it's only 9 days in and I'm over 100 and I'm over 200 videos, about a quarter through the playlist, through the month. So it's interesting to sit here with my thoughts. Recently I've been working on bringing my vocal diary entries, codenamed Offloading Technical Linguistic Debt, into a public medium by reacting to them. And that's been pretty fun, but a little bit arduous, a little bit magnanimous. It makes me wonder, what goes into the process of content creation? And who do we create for? Do we just create for ourselves? Do we create for other people? Do you have someone in mind? And is that your guiding star? Yeah, it actually should be. Just like writing. You should always write to someone. So that catches me off guard because I don't normally do that as a content creator. I don't have someone's picture in my mind saying, I'm speaking to this individual. But I should. That would really help me out. But I remember in some of my first earlier entries, it was about venting. It's about saying, oh my goodness, you know how hard it is to create content? And it's not content in and of itself, it's just this idea of what content is. Hey, is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? How do we relate to it? And by that measure, I'm like, oh, I get so overwhelmed. In this context, though, we're just doing a stream of consciousness, so we're not gonna get too hung up on like high fidelity state captures as content. For this is just venting. Part of me wants to start doing this at least once a day in a public context. But I just struggle to say, well, what would that be? What would that amount to? Something unique, something interesting, something useful? Or is it just about me hearing myself speak? Is that truly the coup de grace of content? You just got to get into a rhythm where you're enjoying hearing yourself speak and it becomes something meaningful. So let's table this and just pause and take a few deep breaths. Diary of a Content Creator. So what is there to speak about when it comes to content creation? That's where I want to send it off to you. What type of questions do you have for content creators out there? Are you looking for any specific types of content? Are you scrolling through and figuring out, okay, well, how does this individual seek to highlight their playlists, right? For me, creation is about highlighting the work that I do as a curator, but in a way that lends itself for creation. So that might be in terms of shorts, that might be in terms of videos, that might be in terms of posts. I think of the act of playlist creation in and of itself as mostly curation. I don't think that the process of putting videos into playlist is I mean, of course it's creation as you're creating a higher level of content in terms of a hyper edge in relation to thinking about content as a hypergraph. Well, I guess that brings us up some content that we've been creating recently, and that's... Okay, we had some technical difficulties, silent mic bloopers. I did my first on-screen test. Oh, this was crazy, actually. As a content consumer, I swore I would never have to be an on-screen talent. I was like, nah... If it's up to me, I'm not showing my face. I'm not doing face cams because I thought, hey, just let your audio shine through. But along the line, I was just like, I think that I might be able to get more like visual appeal if I use my on-screen camera. But I'm still sorting out the effects of that. So this is perfect for culture commentary for Diary of a Content Creator. That's how I think about the creation process. It's so interesting. Like, what are you farming for as a creator? Are you farming for views? Are you farming for attention? Are you what are you looking for specifically? For me, I'm looking for people to find value in the content that I consume based on how it's being curated. And that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard sell. It's like saying, hey, this is valuable. But it's not really saying that because the push is a part of the creation process to say, hey, you know, this is value, right? And it's like, what? It's just a random playlist with videos in it. But I'm like, no, I'm a content consumer. I know these people and the content that they make, and it's amazing. It's helped me get through a lot of different events in terms of understanding my political focus and all of these different elements. And so to that end, I say, hey, this content is valuable and it's super interesting. Check it out. And so that brings me back to discussing Diary of a Content Creator. Yeah, so what was one of those first videos that I published? Let me check it out. Let me pause that. There's protests going on in the background. YouTube. We're going to YouTube and we're searching as an aggregator. And so far we have 2 on-screen videos, and that was Naturalist Roots 1 quick pick plus reading what it means to be a content creator, and then reacting to the Great Simplification, and then also the truth behind Mr. Global, Kevin Blanch, the macro breakout cycle, and climate change, or aka global warming. I think I actually said global warming. I wonder what keyword gets better traffic, global warming or climate change. Back to Diary of a Content Creator. Yeah, what does it mean to be on screen? I use the term like on-screen talent. And does that just like obscure from the actual content itself? Like nobody wants to listen to people just, do what I'm doing, stream of consciousness. But for me, that's my first foot in the door to figure out, well, what is it that I actually want to communicate to my audience? I mean, truly, I just want to say, check out the content that I consume, first and foremost. That's one of the most important things for me, is just to say, hey, no, like the content that I consume is amazing and I'd love to have discussions around it. Let's consume it together. Let's watch these playlists. Let's jump on a live. Hey, what's going on here? What's going on overseas? What's going on in politics? What's going on in the creator economy? What's going on Twitch? Now for Twitch, I mostly consume politics content and Call of Duty. So that's going to be a very narrow focus. But that's a part of it. And next I have a TTS. Who is a content consumer on YouTube? Part of me wants to bring this up. Check
content consumer is rarely.
Wait.
Who is a content consumer on YouTube? Who is a content consumer on YouTube?
Oh shit. Who is a content consumer on YouTube? I did that in text to speech, and we had to play the whole thing out. It's about, how long was the video? It's about a 4-minute video. And next we have reacting to test number 1, Blast on Culture Commentary. I think I made it to about 11 minutes in. This was one of my first unlisted videos on the channel where I included it. Do we have a playlist yet for unlisted videos? I should create that playlist soon. Yeah, so this was reacting to Blast on Culture Commentary Part 1.
Okay, look at this picture.
So that's pretty much everything. Just talking about my experience in real time as I struggled to create content, and just leaving a diary entry of my thoughts and impressions and experiences. Throughout this video, I talked about a whole host of different cycling stream of consciousness blurbs, and really just trying to get to the heart of content creation and my experience with it. So I hope this has been useful, and I hope you have gained some sort of insight in terms of my thought process behind as an aggregator and this journey that I'm on in terms of transforming content consumption into content curation through the process of content creation. Thank you.